Bruce Thompson for Btpilates. Good posture for lower back pain. Now, I think we know what good posture is, or perhaps we don't. Good posture is three things. It's tall, relaxed, and aligned around the center axis. Tall, well, that's pretty obvious. Relaxed is pretty obvious, although hard to find. Aligned around the center axis is something that we can talk about further, and then we can apply it to prevention of lower back pain. So what is the center axis? I'm going to suggest to you that the center axis is a line between the center of the pelvic floor and the crown of the head. The center axis is a line from the center of the pelvic floor up to the crown of the head. Now, is the center axis of the body unbending like a broomstick, or is it pliable? And the answer is obvious. We have flexible spines, and so our center of axis will bend with the spine and with the body. And just remember, the center axis of the body is not the spine. The center axis is pliable, perhaps like a flexible willow stick. Well, we don't have a willow stick here, but we do have something that's a little bit flexible. So the center axis must bend with the body. Supposing we take the body and bend to the side, does it go like this, with all the bend in the base of the spine? Or is it a little bit more like this, with the bend shared throughout the body? Is the bend of the center axis all at the base of the spine? Or is it a little more like this, with the curve of the bend shared throughout the body? And again, is the bend through the body at the base of the spine as we lean back, or is it a little bit more shared? Now, this question of a nice smooth curve throughout the whole of the center axis as opposed to all the bend at the bottom is really relevant to good posture, because 90% of bad backs happen in the lowest two intervertebral joints in the spine. So if we take our long axis and we bend to side or forward or back, we want to know that the bend is happening right through the center axis and not just at the one point. So we could stop at that, but it's rather hard to break old habits. We really need some nice postural cueing and suggestions to help us bend through the whole of the center axis of our bodies so as to prevent lower back pain. So if we bend forwards and just bend at the base of the spine, we even want the short side of the body to be long, so we just make it longer in front. That will help. Here's another cue that will help. When we bend forward at the waist, at the base of the spine area, think about the breastbone sinking like a dagger into the belly button. And now lift the breastbone dagger out of the belly button. We still want to round the back, we still want to round forward, but think about the breastbone dagger lifting out of the belly button. If we're bending to the side, is it all at the base of the spine? We'll take the short side of the body and lift it up. And the long side can now round over more. And again, if we're bending to the side, lift the short side of the body, the ribs at the short side, and now lift on the top side. So we've got more bend at the top. Now for bending backwards, I'm going to go into the cobra, a yoga move. With the bend basically at the base of the spine. Now, postural cueing for getting out of this one, imagine attaching fish hooks to the lower back ribs, and the fish hooks are pulling the lower back ribs forward. Watch what happens. The shoulders go forward and the belly lifts. Now imagine wearing a pearl necklace and you want to shine it to the wall in front. We've now distributed the curve of the body evenly, and there's not too much movement at the base of the spine. So that was good posture for lower back pain. And the good posture we need is tall, relaxed, and a nice smooth curve through the center axis of our bodies. Now, just applying it to the accidents and damages that happens at the base of the spine, and 90% of the injuries do happen low down. And when we bend forward at the base of the spine, we can prolapse a disc at the back. When we bend to the side at the base of the spine, we can prolapse a disc at the back. And when we're bending backwards, as in Cobra, and all the movements down here, we can cause a pars fracture, which can lead to spondylolysis, which can lead to spondylolisthesis. Now, all these areas can heal quite nicely, but later on in life, they're going to contribute to stenosis or narrowing around the nerve, so there can be nerve pinch. Now, all of these problems can be reduced or minimized if we take a little bit of this movement load off the smaller back just by distributing the curve of the long axis of the body. So that was good posture for lower back pain, and this is Bruce Thompson, Btpilates.